All right, what is going on YouTube? It is Boss Man Spencer, aka Isaiah, here from Ascent Sports, welcoming you back to another Steelers recap video. And I know I said YouTube in the intro, but I gotta remember to start doing this now. But these videos will also be available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, on Spotify, the app. I'm trying to get on some other platforms, but yes, for now, they're on Apple and Spotify. They'll be on a little later than the YouTube ones, but that's just, how it works, I guess, in the podcast game. I found out you have to wait a little bit before they get uploaded. But hello to everyone. So yeah, for the YouTube audience, if you guys, do me a solid, go over the, Spotify or Apple, is one or the two. Maybe give me a review if you like it. If you don't like it, whatever, don't leave a review. But I gotta put that out there. I have to address it. They are available on podcast apps. So hello everyone. The Steelers. Fuck the podcast apps. The Steelers won. And let me tell you, there were some points in the game where not only did we win, but boy, oh boy, did we look good. Dare I say good. Man. So, starting off, we got Matt Canada. We start every video with Matt Canada. Let's fucking go with Matt Canada. Matt Canada. It worked. Today it worked. It worked. The jet sweeps, the reverse options, the read options, all this shit. It worked today. George Pickens gets a rushing touchdown. Not a receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown. Receiving touchdown, still a little tough to come by for this offense. But it's whatever. Today, the jet sweep worked. And we were able to run the ball. We got something going. Najee, 20 carries for 99 yards. He was ripping 30-yarders all the time. And then Jaylen Warren, he got more snaps than Jaylen Warren. He looked pretty good at points. We worked in the running, and Kenny Pickett even had some rushes. Everybody had rushes. Literally, Derek Watt had rushes today. TJ Watt was back. It was just it was a really good day. We rushed, they said we rushed for over 200 yards for the first time in 6 years, which, 200 yards is kind of a lot, so it's not too surprising, but I bet even 150, that was probably like our first time in a while too. There were definitely some, I meant to put Kenny on the W game because I'm pretty sure he didn't throw an interception. So he escaped that. There were points where some of the throws were looking a little a little shaky, but he didn't throw any picks. We didn't lose. He took what the defense was giving him, including he took what our defense was able to do, which was 2 turnovers and holding them to only, 10 points, 13 points? We held them to that, and we didn't fumble it. We didn't squander. We even capitalized on it. Matthew Wright, now our third kicker this year because Boswell's hurt, and then Skiba. We got rid of Skiba for Matt Wright. We had Matthew Wright, I think 1 or 2 years ago, and he was all right, but, today, obviously, he missed 2 field goals. We would have had 26 points, so 26 points from this team. 26 points. That's good. That's very good. That's very encouraging. TJ Watt, I mentioned he came back. Alex Highsmith, because TJ Watt came back, Alex Highsmith, 2 sacks. I shouldn't say because, but we know what it is. Alex Highsmith had 4 sacks in one game. Then I think he had like 1 or 2 more from then till now. And then today he has 2 sacks. TJ Watt, he just draws so much pressure. And Alex Highsmith, listen, the plan is always to have TJ. We're always going to have TJ. So if Alex Highsmith can excel when we have TJ on the field, like if Alex Highsmith looks like that whenever we have TJ, and we're always planning on having TJ, let's keep Highsmith. I said last week in the draft, not the draft, but like the bye week video, I said in this draft, if we can draft what's his name? The guy from Alabama, Will Anderson. If we can draft Will Anderson, we should do that. But honestly, Alex Highsmith looks really good next to TJ Watt and in the position he's in. So, maybe we don't, but it is what it is. We were also able to get 2 turnovers today. I think this is like the second or third time I mentioned that. But Levi Wallace, he got a pick, and then DeMonte KZ. Finally, we've been waiting for KZ to play, I think, for damn near like 2 years, I think. Because I feel like we had him last year and he didn't play, and then now this year it took him till now to play, and he got an interception, and then there was also a penalty in which it is what, like, the NFL, it is what it is now. I guess it's a penalty, but looking at it as a fan of the team it affected, like, it seemed like a bang bang play. The receiver was going for the ball on the sideline. KZ can't let him catch it. Got to lay the hit down. 10 years ago, that's not a penalty, but it is today. So, whatever. I guess it's a negative for him, but it jarred the ball loose. The reception was not made. So, maybe if they eat that flag, we look at that play much different. So KZ, good game. Levi Wallace, good game. Defense as a whole, good game. The Saints, they're not really the best team, which is why I was saying, like, we can win this game. Even with, I said last week without knowing TJ was going to be back. I said last week that maybe we could win this game against the Saints, and that was before TJ. So, this was a winnable game. There's been the Patriots game was a winnable game. What else was a winnable game? Who did we just lost to? I feel like a scrub team. We lost to the Eagles. We've had a tough stretch, but we've had winnable games. Some of the games have been winnable, right? And we haven't been able to capitalize them this year. But this game, against the Saints, we were able to do it. Now next week we're going against the Bengals. They're playing all right. They're playing pretty good, but we did get them that first week. So who knows? Who fucking knows? But man, like, normally, when we're bad, like, there's so much shit I feel like I can talk about when we're bad. When we're bad, it's Matt Canada, and this game didn't save him, guys. Like, I hate to break, this game did not save Matt Canada. It was a good game, and I'm giving him the credit because I'm trying to be objective. It was a good game. It was able to lead to some points. So Matt Canada, welcome to the W game. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens later on. This was encouraging, though. Once again, this was very encouraging. George Pickens, he looks like a beast still. Deontay Johnson had a pretty good game. Besides, him getting a first down and then running backwards and losing the first down. Deontay had a good game. Freiermuth had a good game. He had a good catch. It was like a one-hander over the middle. And then I already mentioned Kenny. I said he looked good. I don't know. I'm joking. As you can see on the L game, I put the Super Bowl. I'm joking. I know, 3-6 isn't, poised to make a Super Bowl run, and we'll see what happens on the rest of our schedule. But this, like the Bucks game, which was a win, like the end of the Jets game for me, it ended up being a loss, but I was feeling a little positive after that one. And then after the Bengals game, we finally, we get a game where it's not the end of the world, because with some of these losses, it was like nothing was going right for us, and there was nothing that I could talk about, or that I could look forward to in the future. But now, next week, shit, we ran for 200 this week. I mean, why not? Why not keep the Najee and Warren train going? Like I was saying before the season, I didn't know it was going to be Jaylen Warren. I didn't know Najee was going to, kind of have a bad season up until now. But I was saying, a cool 1-2 punch would be cool. A cool 1-2 punch would be cool. I was saying that because, Najee, he's not the fastest. He's really not the fastest. He had a 30-yard run this week, but he's not the fastest. So, like, someone like a Tony Pollard to Ezekiel Elliott, I was thinking that. I was like, man, like, that would make our offense much better. And then we look into Jaylen Warren, and it looks much better. And then Kenny, him running the ball too with these option plays. Kenny is good. Like, he's athletic, he's fast. Let him slide. Get down. Of course, get down. Don't go crazy. But we can afford to mix in some quarterback runs if it's gonna open our passing offense. If we're gonna be able to look how we look today on, like, passing wise, do it. We got to do whatever it takes. So once again, shout out to Jaylen Warren, Najee, especially shout out to Najee Harris. Jaylen Warren, like, you're kind of par for the course right now. But Najee Harris, I was saying stuff about you. There were other people saying stuff about you. There were other people ready to give up. There are already people saying, we wasted the pick, that we picked you too high, all that. Fuck it. You played good today. Keep playing. Like, if we just keep playing good, there's nothing really that they can say, is there? Just keep playing good. Offensive line, there were some holes you opened up. Dan Moore and Dotson, you guys, there were some plays where you let Kenny get, fucking clobbered. But, for the most part, the offensive line is looking all right. It's a growing process. But, good game from them, too. Whenever you run the ball well, the line played pretty well. So, shout out to them. Once again, shout out to George Pickens. He looked good. Matt Canada, I'm going to begrudgingly give you a shout out. But you got to do it next week, too, because there is still way, 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 way more bad games than there is good games, in my opinion. So Matt Canada, good game this game. Got to play better next week. Matt Wright on the L game. Matt Wright, I don't know if we're going to cut Matt Wright. I don't know if we're going to give him another game. But you got to make the kicks. That's really all I can say is you got to make the kicks. If you can't make the kicks, then hopefully Boswell can come back sooner, or we can go get Skiba back, or we can get somebody else, because we left 6 points on the board with a more competent team. Maybe that becomes a factor. But also, our defense is just that good. I'm saying it. Because it should have been like this. We should have had TJ the whole year. We really should have. And there were games where it was very winnable for our offense, but we couldn't muster up the points. But now, if we can hit 20 every time, with what we have on defense right now, we can put ourselves in really good positions. That's it. Not we're gonna win every game, but we can do this. If we're not tanking, if we're the Steelers and we're trying to make the playoffs, we're trying to go on a run, this is how we do it. Defense gotta help out the offense a lot, and offense, do not squander when the defense helps you. When we get a turnover, have to have points. Whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, every single time there is a turnover by our defense, we have to score. Every single time. This week, I don't know if we scored every time this week, but obviously we were in positions to have 26 points. We were in field goal range more than we normally are. So we did it today. We have to do this every week. And if we can do this every week, maybe there can be more weeks for us to play. But yeah, that's it. I think I'm just going to leave it there. I'm very excited. Expect more in-depth talks or longer conversations about it this coming week before the game. And those videos, they may exclusively be on the podcast platform. We'll see how I'm feeling. But once again, in case you wanted to see that, and in case you needed any more reason to go check me out on the podcast apps, there it is. The links will be in the description. And Steelers Nation, we're back. Listen, that's it. We're back. And the league better be on notice. The AFC North better be on notice. Because when do we finish last in the North? Last place? Come on, we don't belong there. We shouldn't be there. And we won't be there. That's my point. I'm not going to say we're going to the Super Bowl. I am done with that in all seriousness. But I don't think we'll finish last in the North. That's it. That's my prediction. YouTube, thank you. See you next week. Steelers 3-6. I think we're the best 3-6 team of all time.